Let's start with the introduction of remote file search using SMS. Now, as a name suggests, the project basically does a file search using a SMS. Okay, now the system can be anywhere in the world. Okay, by using just a simple SMS, you are searching a file and you are mailing it to a corresponding email ID. Let's see in detail how this works. Now let's go to the what are the contents which we will be covering in this PPT. They are basically the introduction, okay, the introduction of the project and the problem definition. I mean, what led to the innovation of this project. Second is a proposed solution. What was the problem and how we are solving it. Then there is a block diagram, what we called is a architecture diagram. Then what are the hardware and software requirements of the project. What are the features that this project will be providing. What are the benefits, how user will be benefited from this project, and what are the future scope, I mean what advanced enhancement can be made to this project, and finally the conclusion. Okay, so let's go to the introduction thing. Now in this the first slide in the introduction thing, basically it explains how SMS has changed our world. Now in every application today we have a SMS. Okay, whether we register on a site or whether we withdraw some money, a SMS has been sent to a user mobile. Okay, so SMS has become a part of life now. Okay, now this SMS facility is available in all the cell phones, whether it's a low end cell phone ranging from 500 to high end cell phone ranging 40,000 45,000, anything. Every mobile has a SMS facility, and it irrespective of a platform. When I say platform, it is basically Android, Windows and all these things. Okay, so your mobile support which of the OS, SMS facility will be there. Okay, coming to a next slide, problem definition. Now what is the problem definition, why we have created this project or developed this project. Now basically the scenario is what happens is we used to create a PPT, a Word doc, okay, and save it to our local computer, but we fail to email to our email ID or take it into a pen drive. When we reach a college or office, we remind that okay, we have not taken the PPT or we have not sent a PPT over the email ID, or we have not taken it to a pen drive. So the entire efforts is wasted because the PPT is on my local machine. Okay, so what there the inspiration behind this project is there has to be some service in our local machine which can accept a SMS. Okay, it will search that file name and it will send it to a mobile. So that was the real inspiration behind this project. Okay, so let's go by point. What are the files are scattered over multiple machines. Okay, so we have many files which are over the multiple machines. In case of user forget to take the file in a pen drive or email the file, user is left with no other option but calling home or respective location and explaining the person to navigate to the directory or the mail file. Okay, similarly, if I forget to take the file or forget to mail the file, what I will do is I will just call at home somebody. Let's say at home my mom is there. Okay, but she will not be able to operate a PC or operate a email ID. Okay, she will able to switch on the computer, navigate to a file, but for a email ID thing, okay, he will not be much educated to she will not be much educated to how to attach the file and send it to a email ID. Now if a person is not a computer educated, all this I have think covered. Okay, so to overcome this problem, many developers have came up with a mobile app which will remotely connect to your desktop and transfer the file. Okay, so now basically we have a Android apps coming in. Okay, like a TeamViewer and all these things. Now the problem with the Android app is they require active internet connection and they require a smartphone. Okay, now if a user does not have a smartphone, okay, he will not be able to do anything. Even if a user has a smartphone but he does not have an active internet connection, again it's a waste. Again, if a user has a smartphone, it has a internet connectivity, but the internet connectivity is not very fast. Okay, let's say if he is working on a 2G network, all this softwares does not work. Okay, similarly, but these apps are limited to a smartphone, which I have covered. If a user has a smartphone but no internet connection, he is helpless. Now, what is the solution we are proposing it? The solution proposed is to search the file on a remote machine using a SMS. Okay, so SMS is available on each and every cell phone. To overcome this limitation of smartphone and active internet connection, our project uses a SMS as a medium to search a file on a remote machine, and if found, mails the file to the user. So what the user will do is he will send a SMS in a particular format, okay, which will include a file name. If a directory, he knows the location of the file, he will mention that also, so that the searching becomes faster, and the email ID to which the file has to be sent. Okay, now what our application will do, it will receive this SMS, it will pass the SMS whether the SMS is valid or not. Again it will check whether the mobile number is registered by the application. Okay, so whenever you have to use this application, you should register your mobile number with the application. Okay, this is for the security purpose. And if the file is found, it will mail to a user on his email ID. Now how this has solved our problem? The problem is, uh, for a user, he does not have to have a high-end phone or a smartphone. Second, no internet connection required. Okay, the requirement of this project is the internet connection should be required on a local remote machine. Okay, so that is a requirement, and the PC should be turned on, sorry. Okay, now let's come to a block diagram, how this block diagram. Now what a user will do, user will send a SMS. Okay, now we have a, now the entire blue box is nothing but our project, that is a remote file search using a SMS, inside which we have three modules. The first module is SMS receiver. SMS receiver is nothing but a GSM modem in our project, okay, which will be receiving a SMS. The only task of SMS receiver is to receive a incoming SMS from a user. Now what does this SMS receiver will do, it will send the incoming SMS to a SMS parser. SMS parser will check the validity of a message. When I say a validity, it covers 2 points. The first, whether the message has come from an authorized user or not. Second, whether the message format is correct or not. Okay, so let's say we have defined a message format. The first part will be a code in the sense whether you have to send a mail, whether user want to know the file info or all those things. So first part would be a code. The second part would be a email ID to which the file has to be sent. The third part would be the file name, and the fourth part would be the location. Okay, and there is also a fifth part, yes or no, which indicates a exact match or a relative match. When I say exact match, it will exactly match the name of the file with the coming from the SMS. When I say a relative match, it will basically search like contains file name dot something. Contains means it will find, let's say for example, I say my file name contains XYZ. It will mail me all those files which has a XYZ coming in a file name. Okay, so we have all these options provided in this. So it will check whether the message in a proper format or not. If it's not in a proper format, it will again send back a SMS to a user saying that your message format is not proper, please provide a SMS in this format. Okay, so it will send back the format to the user. Now considering a scenario that a proper SMS format is received, what my SMS parser will do, it will then break this SMS into few parts. Okay, it will separate the code, it will separate the email ID, it will separate the file name, it will separate the file location, and it will search the file. All these parameters will be given to file search application. Okay, you have to search this file and all these things, and the file search application will search the file in your local system. It will form a mail, okay, attach the file, and it will send to a mail. Clear? And then a reply will be sent back to a user saying that your file has been sent to this email ID. Coming to the hardware and software requirements of the project. Okay, so the hardware requirements, if we don't need any high end of some hardware, so it's a Pentium 4 or above processor, a 1 GB RAM will do, a 40 GB hard disk, a Ethernet port is required because for the internet connection we need a LAN connection and all these things, and a GSM modem which will capable of receiving a SMS. What are the software requirements? It's any of the Windows version, Windows 2000, Windows XP, Vista 7, a .NET framework of 3.5 or above, a Visual Studio for developing the application, and a GSM modem driver. Clear? Now what are the features? Features is it's provide a file search through SMS. Okay, so we are searching a file just on the basis of SMS. We have to send just SMS, then the application will do the entire thing. File emailing. Okay, it also emails the file. Then getting file info through SMS and email. Let's say I have to find out the location of the file. Okay, just give a file name. Okay, it will search the file and it will provide you the location. If you want what is the size of the file, give the code will change. Let's say for sending a mail, the code would be SM, send mail. For file info, FI. Okay, so there will be predefined codes which will be using for our application. And automated file searching. Okay, so all this we have covered now. Then what are the benefits? Get file on email anytime, anywhere. Okay, so you are in any part of India or any part of the world, just a SMS and you can get a file. Search and get a required file on a remote machine. Okay, no active internet connection required on your phone. Okay, so your phone does not require any active internet connection. Normal SMS charges. Okay, if you have a free SMS facility, then it's free for you. Okay, if you are otherwise, the SMS charges cost you around 10 paise or 30 paise, not more than that. No smartphone required. That is a big advantage of this project. Okay, so even a small cell phone will help you to use this application. Emails all the files as a result of a search operation. Okay, this when I say when you have a relative match, you don't want an exact match. Okay, so it will do a relative match. Let's say it has found a 5 files, so all these 5 files will be mailed to the user. Okay, so here comes the end of this PPT. So basically it's a very good project and it's a very new idea to implement it. Okay, thank you.